Hey there, my name is Megan and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book review for Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. But before we go ahead and get on into the review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as the little bell icon so you can be notified every time I post new bookish content. I post new videos every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, and sometimes other days throughout the week. Also, don't forget to check down the description box below for links to all of my social medias, my Buddy Read Discord, and my Patreon, where you can be entered into winning book giveaways from me. Daughter of the Burning City is a young adult standalone novel, and this is the first book that was published by Amanda Foody, and she definitely has published some books since then, so I was really excited to delve into this book and try a new author. I will be having some spoileries in this review, so I will put the timestamps down below in the description box. Be sure to check them out if you don't want to be spoiled for anything about this book. The premise of this book starts out with this city called Gomorrah, and Gomorrah is basically a traveling circus, and it is a autonomous, self-reliant type city that literally travels around to different parts of this world, these kingdoms, and puts on shows. And it is run by this gentleman named the proprietor, and we follow a girl named Serena, and Serena is the proprietor's adopted daughter. He found her when she was about 2 years old. She had been taken by slave traders, and he saved her, and he has been slowly trying to train her to take over Gomorrah and all of the circus type acts when he is gone, and she is currently 16 years old. A lot of kingdoms do not like Gomorrah. They don't approve. They think it is like a sinful, evil type city, when essentially all it is people that are trying to make a living by putting on shows. A lot of them have what's called jinx work, and jinx work is magical abilities, so there is magic in this book. And then other people are just misfits and outsiders that decided to join Gomorrah because they didn't fit in where they were originally from. Our main character, Serena, has a really unique jinx work. So first off, she has no eyes. And that was like something really unique to me and a little bit unsettling to think about our MC not having any eyes, not even eye sockets. And she just wears this mask and it's just like skin, but she can still see for some reason. And she's able to create illusions in her mind, and these illusions manifest themselves into real beings. So over the years, Serena has created her own little family of her illusions. Well, one day someone starts killing off the members of her family, and Serena is convinced that they are directly targeting these illusions, but she doesn't understand how these illusions can die because they are figments of her imagination that manifested itself into reality. So Serena decides to do whatever she can to find out what's behind these murders, and then she enlists the help of this boy named Luca, and Luca is a new person to Gomorrah. She doesn't really trust him. He has a really unique jinx work where he can be killed and then he essentially heals, so he's not killable. And they team up to kind of solve who has been targeting Serena's illusions and why. And then as the plot goes on, we kind of do learn how this all fits into the politics of the world, and it's just a bigger story than Serena originally imagined. So that is the premise of Daughter of the Burning City. Now I'm going to talk about the things that I liked. So I absolutely love the setting of this book. I just loved how unique the world was. I've never read a book about a circus that travels, that governs itself, where people actually live in these like caravan type things and they can just travel around to different places. Amanda Foody definitely just captured that carnival circus like atmosphere with the food that they ate, talking about like, you know, licorice and honey-coated cashews and going to see fortune tellers and all of the different shows. And it was very, very atmospheric, and I absolutely loved it. I could smell it, see it, taste it, feel it. She just did an awesome job establishing this setting and wrote it with such realistic imagery. The next thing I really liked was the jinx work. I thought that that was a really unique addition to her world building, because I wasn't really imagining magic would be a big part of this world, but it actually was. And as the characters Luca and Serena are investigating these murders, they do come across a whole bunch of people with different unique jinx works, and I really liked how they played into the plot as a whole. As for the things that I disliked about this book, this is a YA standalone. It's less than 400 pages, and because of that, the world building is not very in-depth. So part of this plot does play into like the different kingdoms and a history that they have with each other in Gomorrah and past wars and some wars that's brewing on the horizon, but everything was incredibly surface level because there was just not enough page time to really develop that part of the plot, and I felt that it was really lacking. And the same thing with the characters. So right away, we're introduced to Serena and her illusion family, and then they start getting killed, and then Serena's grieving, but I really was not able to connect to that emotion because we just did not spend any time with these murdered characters. So when Serena was grieving, I really had to imagine what she felt like instead of like experiencing it for myself, because I fell in love with the characters because I spent time with them. But the story just did not have the page time to allow the reader to get to know the characters that were killed off. So I found myself not really invested that much in that part of the story. And the thing I liked the least was when it was revealed who was behind these murders. And for me, I could see that way from the beginning, and it was just kind of underwhelming for me. Here's where I'm going to go into some spoilers about the, I guess, so-called murderer. So it was Serena's adopted father, the proprietor. He was killing off the illusions because he was connecting the illusions via some sort of charm work to different politicians in these different kingdoms. And he would kill the illusion and then the politician would die. So he was essentially able to murder politicians remotely using Serena's illusions by linking them with magic. It was just obvious to me that he was the villain, just the way he was responding when Serena's illusions were murdered, and just kind of how he was trying to keep her distracted by having her read books about Gomorrah and being a proprietor. And it was almost like, you know, anytime she came to him with a concern, he just kind of dismissed it. And it was just evident to me that he was the one that was behind all of this. And then Serena definitely was naive at first, which I think, you know, kind of matched her age, because the author was able to show, you know, how we are able to lose our innocence and learn more, and how younger people can be naive, especially, you know, towards people that they trust and adults that they trust. So I felt like that was kind of an interesting perspective. But just the overall who the villain was really underwhelming for me. All in all, Daughter of the Burning City was a fun, fast-paced, atmospheric book. Unfortunately, its short page length just did not allow for adequate world building or character development, in my opinion. And all in all, I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it, but I didn't love it. Would I recommend it? I feel like if you just want something quick and fun, and that doesn't make you think too hard, and that you really don't expect a ton out of, then go for it. But if that's not your thing, then you might want to give it a pass. All right, you guys, that is it for my review of Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. Let me know in the comments if you read this book or any other books by this author and what you thought of them, and I will see y'all in another video soon. Goodbye.